Good morning, everyone. We've had a busy few days again. I've now sorted for work, which is great news. The contract was a little bit difficult to get sorted out, but I'm starting on Monday now, so big push, trying to get things sorted on the Celica so that when I leave I've got some planning to do, and then when I come back again it'll be a case of crack on, get some more work done with any parts that have been delivered. Main thing is that the wiring loom is probably about 75% of the way there, I reckon. I'm currently working on shielded cables for the triggers for cam and crank angle. So it's all new end plugs, all new fittings. I'm using an 8-core shielded cable, which actually came out of a test bed that was being dismantled some time ago. So I know that it's pretty good quality. The loom itself, I mean, what I've done is okay, so this is the card that comes with the EMU Black, which is what has been delivered now. So boxes full of shiny things such as ECUs, really nice. I mean, the quality of it's absolutely fantastic, and the software appears to be very easy to use. I really can't complain. I've ordered a kit, which was from Road Race and Rally Engineering. They sorted me out with a full set of bits. I've got an LSU 4.9, the ECU itself, a MAC valve, a 2.5 metre pre-terminated set of wires, which I can then feed into the connectors and label up as I see fit. Of course, the laminated card, which ECUmaster does, which is just fantastic. Effectively, what I've been doing on there is try and get it a bit of a close-up. So it's all back to front because I'm using the rear camera, but for each of those wires, it's labelled with colour and whatever action or device that they're running. Now, the way that I've decided to do the loom, there's lots of different ways that people do it. For me, I wanted to do it on the car, mainly because I haven't got anywhere big enough to lay the actual loom out elsewhere, but it also means that I can get things kind of in place. I've used a large quantity of zip ties, which are of course a highly technical engineering product, to hold wires in place where I think they're going to go, so that the routing's pretty correct. And what I've ended up doing in here, it's pretty dark, but so the actual connectors themselves are all wired up now. So I've run through the plastic housing, through the silicon seal, and then into the actual terminated plug itself. The loom, I haven't used all of the connectors, but I think we've got 65 wires, something like that. I mean, I've used all of the auxiliary inputs, most of the power outputs. In here we've got things like this is the spare aux outputs, so these are just zip tied up in a bundle for now. So what will happen is I'll run them through to a point in the loom, probably underneath the dashboard. They will break out from the loom, and I will keep those separate to make sure that in future, if I want to run any more aux outputs, they're there and available. We've got things like CAN wires, so they're going to be going to the EDL logger, which is a Bluetooth connected logger which runs off an SD card. And I've also got if we come around this way, I also have one of these, which is an EGT to CAN box, so I can run 8 thermocouples through the CAN system as well, which simplifies the loom slightly, and also means that I get a number of thermocoupled inputs, so I can do the exhaust manifold, which is what we were always going to do, but intake and exhaust intake temps various places in the system. I could do oil temperature, any other place. I mean, I can even run exterior thermocouples so that I can start monitoring under hood temps and things like that, which is quite an important one. As I say, so there's a series of wires in here. These are all switch wires, so these are going to be coming out to various switches in the cabin, so that I can control the ECU via those. The loom then runs up underneath the dashboard and through the original ECU Loom grommet, which sits just there. Yeah, so you've got the original grommet there. It looks a little bit messy at the moment, but I mean, you've got things like these are all grounds, so they're all going to be going to like a ring terminal, something like that. So down here we've got where are we? To show you what I'm doing. So we've got oil pressure. That's VSS, so that's vehicle speed sensor. Ignition coils. Oh, sorry, injectors with a 12-volt feed. These are igniters. Those are on for the ignition. Those are on larger gauge wire because they take like 15 amps each. So again, they've got a 12-volt feed. We've got all of the drive-by-wire stuff coming up to here. So you've got a 5-volt feed, a ground, and then you've got 4 separate wires which go to drive the motor. So it's 2 to drive the motor and 2 for sensors for standard position and then inverted position, which is what they use. So on drive-by-wire systems, what you have is you have a resistance change for your throttle position sensor, like you normally would, and it'll tell you where the throttle is. But it also has one which goes in the opposite direction, so rising to falling. And the ECU, what it'll do is it'll take both those signals, minus one from the other, and that means that if there's any deviation between those two, it should always end up at 0 effectively. If there's any deviation from 0, then it knows that one of the tracks is incorrect, which is one of the fail-safe systems that you use in drive-by-wire. It has the same for the pedal as well. So the pedal position sensor also has a rising and a falling resistance from the pedal position sensor, and it subtracts one from the other, and if you get any deviation from 0, then it goes into failsafe. So it makes the drive-by-wire system, as scary as it is, far, far safer. And also for DIY projects like this. I mean, this is OEM level technology which is being used on a, well, shonky old Ford Celica, sorry, Toyota Celica. So, I say shonky Ford. That's what they are, aren't they? So, what else have we got? We've got cams, I think. Oh no, sorry, no, that's intake air temperature. You've got 2 cam drives for the solenoid, so you've got 12-volt feed and 2 returns for those. We've got a water temperature sensor, and as I say, the actual crank and cam angle sensors, they're going through a separate wire which is all separately shielded. So that's pretty much where we are at the moment. It's taken probably 5 days or so to get to this point, and as I say, I'm about 75% of the way there, and it's a case of starting to add connectors and button things up now, and start wrapping the loom and making sure that everything runs in the right direction. We don't have any loops that we don't need. So yeah, it's going to be a case of carry on now. Work starts Monday, so I've got a couple of days left before we start the toing the throne from the Midlands, and the project will slow back down a bit again. But as I say, I reckon middle of February we should have a fire up. We're not that far off. I should be powering up the ECU reasonably soon. So, okay, more soon. Thank you very much. Bye.